we're going to talk about him bidding to buy Reebok. That is interesting. The reason why we're doing this episode is because buying Reebok, that's crazy. But let's get into it.
Opportunity to get a brand that has some equity value still left in it, and that's out there that we can refurbish and give it a makeover to make it cool and make it black. I feel like Reebok is about to go black. It's the only way it can be successful. And if they don't take the deal from us, then we're going to create more brands. We're going to help other people create brands, and we're going to invest into us. And this is only the beginning.
So, you want to get this one first?
Sure. Yeah. So it's interesting, right? Because I was reading up on the numbers. The first thing you hear him talk about, there's still value left in the company, right? And I think that's important because for anybody who is acquiring a business, it shows just how his mind works, that he's not just going out for the sake of an ego-driven mission, although it's a very credible thing to say, like, we want to purchase this company or this brand so it can be black owned. That's a credible thing. Mm-hmm. But it's not an ego-driven mission to the point that I'm willing to overpay. All right. And I think some entrepreneurs out there will often allow their ego to get the best of them, that they're now overspending. Right. And in a way, cutting their margins, or driving themselves out of positions where they can really turn the dial, because it's that power flex. So I like that he speaks to, which clearly it shows his knowledge of the business, that there's still value in it. So the backstory to that, just for those who are interested in numbers, is Adidas owns the brand. They paid a little bit over $3 billion for it, and now they're selling it at right around that 2.3 position. So they know that they're going to sell it at a loss, right? They're kind of just they've accepted that. And now this is where he's creating that buffer, or kind of doing the math and say, okay, well, if they bought it for 3 and sold it for 2, I have an opportunity to kind of catch that 1 billion in an evaluation marketplace. So yeah, I think that when I listen to someone speaking in that way, it shows that his heart's in the right place. I want to bring it back for the community, but simultaneously, I'm not just going to be out here, doing it for the good. I know that the numbers match too.
So I got a semi-different view. Still agreeing with you. However, do you feel that maybe he is trying to be the Yeezy of Reebok?
I hope not.
I hope not. So bear with me with this, right? So he talks about his sneaker, right? And in that same interview, he did bring up Yeezy with Adidas and everything like that, but not from the standpoint of like ownership, but that, he wants to open it up for other designers to come in, like big name people to be a part of Reebok. If you've seen lately, Reebok has a deal with Cardi, and everybody's been knowing that Allen Iverson has been on Reebok forever. Now, one of the points that he was trying to make was that Allen Iverson should have been way bigger in the sneaker game than he is or was, right? To be the top player at the time, and like we were still buying AIs, but not the marketing that it should have had, right? So he's seeing all the mistakes, and he's like, look, let's look at just history when it comes to sneakers in itself, right? Black people, the minorities, we buy them. It would only make sense for that to happen. I think Puma I think Jay-Z has a part of Puma, or is it associated with Puma somehow, some way, for that same reason. Like, minorities just buy sneakers. It's part of our culture. And so if you're really trying to save Reebok, it would only make sense for it to be black owned. Now, what I did love is how you said he understands the downfall of Reebok. And so, yes, they're bidding at a 2.3 billion, but he's not going to pay it. He's not going to pay that. He understands that without the culture and without certain connections, it's going to flop even more. Right. Reebok has not been on the top of the game for the longest, right? And to have not only one of the most respected hip hop, moguls owning it, as well as an NBA player, which will now bring hip hop and players together for Reebok, we can only imagine what sneakers are going to come out of it or who will be rocking that. But I say the whole Yeezy thing is because is he going to put his brand now part of Reebok? Because using the machine that Reebok already has, regardless of how strong or weak it is, it's still more than what he maybe could possibly do on his own, at least from a shorter standpoint, right? This is a machine that's already there that knows how to distribute from a large scale, right? Even though his brand is a luxury brand, let's combine it. Let's look at the model of what Kanye did, and how can we make Reebok all into a whole new level? So when I saw that, I was like, he's not slick. He's not slick. He's buying the machine. He's not waiting to get picked up. He's going to buy the machine. Like the same way how he created No Limit, he's not going to wait for somebody to sign him. He created a record label. And that, hands down, is genius. The fact that we're even talking about $1 billion acquisition. Like, what?
Right.
That's why it got CNN. It got all the media stations that probably wouldn't have covered it if it was not $1 billion.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. To give him the platform to do so, I think it's showing his wit to say, you know what, let's do a reverse acquisition, to your point, because we win the distribution channels, right? We're automatically going to put whatever our sneakers are into a global market because of where they are. It makes sense. It makes sense.
And let's think about it. Now that there's media coverage on it, right? If the deal does not work out, that's okay, because now it brings awareness to his brand. Indeed. It brings awareness to whatever, because now people are like, man, we wanted you to buy Reebok, whatever you're doing, because you already planted the seed. Like, yo, if they're not going to do it, we're still going to move. We're still going to create our own. And there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are now may have not known about Master P's brand and all the snacks and fashion and sneaker wear that he has. Now they're going to be like, I could only respect the move that you just did to try to buy Reebok. Now let's go support you.
That's a great point, Nix. That's a great point, because to talk about now, think of the attention, and we talk about how expensive attention is, but for him to get that free attention now, you never know whose radar he's falling under. Maybe the Reebok deal doesn't work out, but what if Nike says, yo, we'll give you $100 million for your brand, right? Like that might still be a come up, so you're absolutely right. There's something behind here that we might not know, but let's just say we're predicting it here on Nicky and Moose. I mean, hey, if this actually happens, I don't know, we might just need some credentials on, I don't know, CNBC or something. Like, yo, they called it first.
I'm just saying.